Hello guys. So today is going to be an update video on my pregnancy and just our situation in general, where we're living, where we're moving. I want to document this part of our life. So I'm 34 weeks pregnant right now, nearing the end. We don't have much longer, and Shelly and I are going to be moving any minute. The short version of the story is Charleston Battery did not re-sign him. They did not extend his contract for another year. So his agent is looking at other teams at the moment, and any day now we could get a call with a contract telling us where we're gonna go next. So we're just patiently waiting, and I wish I could tell you guys more than that. Like, we have a couple teams that are interested, and there's been some like verbal offers and informal offers and stuff, but nothing super concrete yet. So I don't want to jinx it or put anything out into the world that's not for sure. So as soon as we know, I will update the video and you guys will be the first to know. But as it stands right now, like I said, I'm 34 weeks pregnant, and you can't fly past a certain point in pregnancy. It's just not recommended. So we are really hoping, crossing our fingers every day, that we will get a contract as soon as possible so that we can move, get insurance, and just get set up in the new place before it's too late. And it wouldn't be the end of the world if we had the baby here. We love this house. Our landlord knows about our situation, and she said if we can't move before the baby, then we're welcome to stay as long as we need to. So we're really lucky that we have that fallback plan. But my ideal situation would be to get to the place that we need to go before the baby comes, because I don't want to set everything up and get comfortable and then have to do all that again with a newborn. But as you guys have probably learned in this lifestyle, when you're married to a professional soccer player, you don't have a choice. You don't have control over where your life is going, what's happening. So I'm trying to just be peaceful and not stress out, which is really hard because my hormones, my body is telling me to nest and to just get everything prepared for the baby, and it's killing me that I can't, but I'm trying to be patient. This morning, Shelly and I had our maternity shoot in Charleston. I really wanted to do it here before we left, just to get like that Charleston vibe and just capture it, and it was super cute. I haven't seen the photos yet. It's the hardest thing when you do photos, like an engagement shoot or like your wedding, and you have to wait to see them. It's so painful. So I don't know if I ever showed you guys this room, but this was our third bedroom in the house. It was the second guest bedroom, and I call it Shelly's room because this is where his closet is. He uses this closet right here, and he puts all of his tech stuff in here. So this was just his room, but it would have been a really good nursery because it's right next door to our bedroom. It's big, there's two nice windows, wood floors, like a big closet. It would have been so nice, but obviously, it's not in the plans for us. So I have been literally just piling my baby stuff in here. One thing that was super convenient about our due date is that right around Black Friday was when I really needed to order the big ticket expensive items and just start, getting the necessities. So we had our baby shower in San Diego right before Black Friday, and then Shelly and I ordered everything else that we needed for this baby in Black Friday sales, which was amazing. I mean, for the most part, I have what I need. All the small baby items we're just gonna get when we get to our next location, but I didn't want to miss out on the great sales, so I got some stuff and I wanted just to show you guys. So I've just been piling everything on this bed, and this is actually his like clean clothes pile, so ignore that one, but everything else is baby. This is like a breastfeeding pillow. I got that from, I think it's Snuggle Me. This is our stroller that I'm so excited about. We took it out of the box just for a second just to see the color, and I'm really happy with it. This is the UPPAbaby Vista 2 or V2 or something. And then we got our lounger here, Baby Bjorn. Bunch of burp cloths here, the DockATot. This is our car seat, which was the first thing we ordered, and it was definitely the most important so we could bring her home. So I ended up getting some really good deals on clothes in Black Friday, and I kind of want to do like a haul because they're really cute. So this is all Kate Quinn stuff. Got my breast pump right here. I'm using the Spectra S1, which I've heard a lot of good things about. And then we just got some really cute clothes that I got from the baby shower, and just stuff that I've been getting over the last couple months because I can't help myself. I got so many good little pajama onesies from Kite Baby because that's like my favorite bamboo material, and I got so many on Black Friday. Like I went a little hard on that one, but I do think those are worth it because they say the bamboo like stretches so that they can wear them longer. So we got some clothes over here, books. Oh my God, I just saw UPS guy, we got another box. We also don't have lighting in this room. The previous renter took out the ceiling light, put this fan in that doesn't have a light. So we were gonna rectify that when we turn this into a nursery, but that's not happening anymore. So yeah, that's why it's kind of dark. But these are the books, and this is really cute. Shelly and I went to Barnes & Noble and we picked out all of our favorite kids books from when we were a baby. So these are just kind of like some nostalgic ones that I thought would be cute on a bookshelf. And then some, I mean, I call them necessities, Shelly might not, but you know, some things over here. We got a play gym, a sound machine. This is a Solly baby wrap. And then some more stuff there. What is, oh, this is the crib mattress, which we won't need for a while, but there was a good sale, so I didn't want to miss it. So yeah, this is my nesting at the moment. And pregnancy-wise, I'm feeling great. I'm in my 3rd trimester, about halfway through, and I was telling my husband it's kind of hard to explain, but I feel like in pregnancy, it's been easier than I expected, but then also harder. So it's been way easier on me mentally than I thought. I thought I was gonna have a hard problem seeing my body change. Going through such a big transition, I thought it was gonna be a lot harder. A lot of people say they don't feel like themselves, their hormones are all crazy, but honestly, I feel 100% like myself. Like if I didn't have this bump, I wouldn't know that I was pregnant. So that kind of surprised me. And nausea-wise, I've been fine. A lot of the symptoms, I've been fine. The only 2 things that are absolutely destroying me is the heartburn and acid reflux at night and the pelvic pain. I've had a really sore pelvis. Levi's walking across all the clothes that I folded neatly. Please don't do that. Yeah, I've had just like a really sore pelvis since 18 weeks. So it happened to me a lot earlier. They said there's like these hormones that your body releases to relax your body and relax the cartilage and tendons and stuff, and it's just happened to me a little bit too early. So my bones just feel like, it's hard to explain, they feel loose, like they don't feel like they're staying in place. So when you move or you roll over, or you kind of just feel like you're breaking apart is basically the only way I can describe it. But if that's like my worst symptom and that's what I'm dealing with, I'll take it. It's honestly fine, and we're almost done, so I don't really have much to complain about. The pregnancy hasn't been that bad yet, knock on wood. But I'm gonna get back to work. I have a lot to do today, and I just wanted to say hi and bring you up to date, show you my nursery as it is, because we could move any minute. We've actually gotten a call from his agent last night, and he said something might be coming in the next couple days. Yeah, I wanted to show you before I boxed everything up, and I will keep you guys in the loop. Please get out. He loves all these boxes. This is like a cat playroom. Can you please get out? No, don't go down there. Don't go down there. Oh my God. But I just remembered, I haven't shown you guys our Christmas tree, and this is mine and Shelly's first Christmas tree together ever. We've always been at our parents' house for Christmas, so we've never done it on our own, but because of my situation and I can't really travel very easily, we're just gonna have Christmas together wherever we are. And we got a real tree the other day. It's like 7 feet tall and it's beautiful. We got it like right around the corner. There was like this little Christmas tree farm, and it's so nice. I never had a real tree growing up. We always had a fake one, so this is just super exciting for me. And we didn't have any ornaments, we didn't have any lights, like we had nothing. So we got all that, and obviously we're gonna move and we're probably gonna have to get rid of it really soon, but it's made us feel a lot better, and just, you know, made us feel kind of normal, even though this month is not normal for us in the slightest. I wanted to document us moving and like the whole craziness. What?
What do you mean, what?
I always do it, I just don't edit it sometimes. But I wanted to show our Christmas tree. It honestly looks like a perfect Christmas tree, but I'm a little biased. Look how cute this is. Very proud of us. We even got a little skirt. All right, I updated them on our situation. I didn't say the possibilities, but I said we're probably gonna move.
Yep.
Have anything to add?
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Just
Well, we have to move, do something.
No, we could stay here and have the baby here. I mean, that's definitely.
No, I said that, but like, I would prefer not to do that.
Me too. But it all comes down to contracts, and you know how those go.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm hopeful, but I never get my hopes up.
And look at his cute haircut. We did this last night before the photo shoot. And I finally got the shape of his head right. Only took 3 years, but it's very complicated.
Very good.
Right on cue for the video, this is what UPS just brought. This is our diaper pail. So I'll add that to my hoard of boxes. This is the Advent that my mom made for us. Look how cute it is. She put something in every single day. Oh my God, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, why are you so cute? Why are you so cute? It's so painful how cute you are. Oh. Just trying to get comfortable here, which is a little difficult in the 3rd trimester. I think the last time I talked to you guys, the consensus was between me and Shelly and our insurance and the team and everything was that unless we figured out where we were gonna go by December 15th, we were gonna have to give birth in Charleston. And that's because in the US health insurance system, if you don't sign up for insurance by the 15th of the month before, you don't get covered for the next month. So if I wanted to be covered for childbirth, which you definitely do because it's very expensive, it can be upwards of like $30,000 just for a normal delivery if you're not covered. So if I wanted to be covered wherever we moved to, we would have to know where we're moving to by December 15th. And today is December 14th. So we kind of gave up on the whole idea of moving before the baby came, and we were just like, okay, you know what? We give up, like, let's just have the baby in Charleston and then figure out where we're going and then move afterwards. And I really never liked the sound of that idea. So that was our plan. I actually had an OB appointment this morning. I'm 35 weeks, and normally you have an appointment at 36 weeks, but my OB wanted just to check in and, you know, see if we found out if we're gonna have the baby here or not, because she knew this was like a really crucial time right now for decision making. And this morning we told her, we're like, look, I think we're just gonna have the baby here. We'll have it with you. Like, we know the hospital, we know the doctors. That's just gonna be our plan, and we'll figure out what to do after. But then this afternoon I was talking to my friend who just had a baby, and I told her a plan, and she was like, you are absolutely crazy. And she basically just explained to me how difficult that first week is, especially. And it wasn't to fearmonger, it was just to say, you know, you don't want to be sitting in a car for 40 hours, because that's another thing. If we find out where we're going and say it's across the country on the West Coast, I can't fly with a week-old newborn. It's just not recommended. They're a week old. They have no immune system. You don't want to be on a plane with them with a bunch of strangers and germs and all this stuff. So I would have to drive. And that means I would have to drive 40 plus hours to the West Coast if it is West Coast, and this is just hypothetical. Doing that 1 week postpartum, she's just like, you don't want to do that. Long story short, Shelly and I spent an hour and a half today talking with our insurance on the phone, and I just told her, I was like, look, this is our situation. We could move any minute. Our baby is due January, and I want to be covered, and I don't know where we're going, so I don't know where to get insurance. This is probably a really boring story, but I'll just cut to the chase. We upgraded our insurance so that potentially we might find a doctor within our network around the country, which I don't know what the chances are, but it's higher than on our last plan. And she said, if you're relocating and if you're having a baby, that's like double jeopardy, and you qualify for special enrollment. So you could potentially get covered immediately or really quickly, and you have longer to enroll because of those big life changes. So that made me feel so much better. This is a lot of talking, and I have no lung capacity, so I'm sorry if I sound out of breath. We figured out that we still can move. We can move even if we don't figure it out by the 15th, which is tomorrow. And hopefully we can do that. We can get everything, we can get settled, at least partially settled, before the baby comes, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And it just makes the most sense. Beyond that, I am doing okay. I'm 35 weeks tomorrow, so I'll be in my 36th week starting tomorrow, which is insane. So I'm still preterm, I think that's what they call it. So, you know, if she came early, if she came like any day now, that would be preterm. We don't really want that. But in terms of how Shelly and I are doing, we are coping. I'm actually not that stressed. I have this urge to like get my hospital bag ready and get his go bag ready and get the nursery ready and, you know, just start preparing for this moment. But if we're moving any day now, there's no point in me taking stuff out of the boxes and washing the clothes and doing these things, because they're just gonna be boxed up again before she gets here. It's also a little frustrating for both of us that teams are taking so long. So the issue is not that teams aren't interested in him. The issue is that it takes a long time for negotiations. It takes a long time to write up a contract. It takes a long time to go back and forth and then edit the contract and do all this stuff. So even if a team is like, hey, we want you, which we've heard multiple times, it takes so much for that to actually go through and to materialize. What I've learned from experience, because this is now going to be like his 8th or 9th year in professional soccer, it always works out. Like, we always end up in a nice place with nice housing and, you know, everything works out. It's just this weird in-between limbo phase that it's so unsettling. Luckily, our families are being so helpful. I talk to my mom like every day and she's like, I'm on standby, just call me whenever you need me. And I called her today because the plan until now was to give birth in Charleston. So she thought she was gonna come out, you know, end of January when the baby's due, help us move, help us deal with the baby. But I called her today and I was like, I think you're gonna be on call a lot sooner than you thought, because we're gonna try to move end of this month, beginning of January, like whatever it is. We're gonna try to do that. And she's like, all right, just give me a call. We're very lucky. Both of our parents on both sides are like, just call us anytime and we'll be there. Because I also just feel so useless, you know, being 35 weeks pregnant. I can't do a lot. I can't lift boxes. I can definitely organize and help pack, but I do feel a little bit useless. So it is nice that we do have resources and people willing to help us. And another fun little twist that gets thrown in there is that you're not supposed to fly past 36 weeks. It's not recommended. So unless we figure out where we're going, find housing, pack up the house, and move within 1 week, I'm gonna have to drive. So that's exciting. But I told Shelly, I would rather do the drive pregnant than 1 week postpartum any day, any day. Before I forget to, I wanted to give an update on just how my pregnancy's going, how my body's feeling. And one of the biggest changes that I've noticed in the last couple weeks is that my ligament pain has not gone away at all, but it's really decreased in the last couple weeks. I would say starting at like 30 weeks, because up until then, from 18 weeks to 30 weeks, it hurt so bad to just move my legs, to go upstairs. I couldn't lift my foot. I couldn't lift either foot, you know, to put pants on or my shoes. It hurt so bad. All my ligaments, my joints, everything like in my pelvis region, my hips literally felt like they were breaking or they were like snapping. But now I don't feel that pain as much, but I feel way more like bone pain, if that makes sense. That's gotten a lot worse, I think, because the baby's heavier. There's just a lot more pressure on those bones. But that ligament pain has really eased up. Other than that, I feel good. There's not many positions I can sit in that feel comfortable because she's taking up so much space in my abdomen that I can't like hunch. So I really like sitting at short chairs, and so that I can, you know, I don't have to hunch over my food. There's just like these little like tweaks that you have to do in your day-to-day life in order to be comfortable. Like in the car, I have to recline, just there's like more space. I feel like I don't know how she could get any bigger. Like there's no more space. That is my update for December 14th, 35 weeks, almost tomorrow. And I'm hoping that I will have my next update very, 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 very soon. So right as I was signing off that last clip, I saw these ultrasound pictures out of the corner of my eye, and I just have to show you guys because I think it's the funniest thing. So the last time Shelly and I went for an ultrasound was November 28th, so the end of last month. And we had the nicest ultrasound tech. She was so sweet, and she did all the normal, you know, 2D the ultrasounds to check the baby, and everything looked great. So she went on to the 3D ultrasound, which, you know, I never asked for. They just always do it, which I didn't know was like an automatic thing, which is really cool. But our baby was pressing her face. She's kind of head down on my right side, and she was pressing her face up against like my uterus. So, and like my placenta is on the front over there too. So she was like squishing her face, and my ultrasound tech was so determined to get a photo of her face in 3D. We were there for probably like an hour trying to get this photo of this baby's face, because you have to have a certain amount of like amniotic fluid or just space in between whatever you're trying to take a picture of, because that's how they form the 3D picture. And so she had me go in all these different positions, which I've never done before in an ultrasound. Like I was on my side, I was like rolling over, she's like massaging it, she was tilting the chair back, like all of this stuff. And I just can't believe how many photos we have. Like I have to show you guys, and they're all exactly the same. Like it's just her up against my uterus. Like look how it just keeps going. It keeps going. Like we're not even close to being, like look at how many. It's just like, what? And we showed our friend, because our friends came over, we're like, yeah, look at our baby. We pulled this out and they were like, how many photos did they take? Like, look at this thing. And they're all exactly the same. It's the funniest thing. There is one where she's smiling, and I think it is the most adorable picture ever, but I don't know if I should show that. Is that weird to show on camera? Yeah, like right when she did the 3D, she like did this little smirk. Found it. Where's like a normal one? I'll compare it. Also, my uterus kind of looks like a creepy hand. So this is like kind of one of the pictures that they were all coming out like this. You could see her cute little lips, but my uterus is right here, and she kept shoving her face up against it. So this was before the smile, and then this was the little, look at that little smirk. It's the cutest thing. But I just like, I don't know what to do with all these. Like, do I put all of these in her baby book and be like, look, this is what you look like on November 28th. So I just thought that was funny. But I'd much rather have that than someone who doesn't take it up. So I will take that. Good afternoon, guys. It is December 16th. It's just 2 days later. I don't have a lot to update you on. We still don't know where we're going. Hi, Levi. We still don't know where we're moving, but today is going to be a big day for me because I'm going to get my nursery under control and packed up and organized. I'm going to label all the boxes, and it's going to feel really good. So that when we get to where we're going, the unpacking will be super easy. So I think I'm gonna make a separate video for the packing, because it's gonna be a long one. And I do wanna kind of show what I've bought, kind of like a little baby haul. So I'll do that separate, but I just wanted to update you. This is what the nursery looks like right now, and I'll show you guys once we're done. So this is the state of the room. So I just bought these boxes from Lowe's, and I'm just gonna go through and just try to get things under control. So here's the before. Oh my God. I can barely even walk in here. It's kind of a hazard, which is one of the reasons why we're doing this. Here is the after. I promise it's a lot better. I am 37 weeks pregnant. So I just started my 38th week. I just wanted to give an update, and I want to like wrap up this video because it's getting long, but like we still don't have like a conclusion to it, so there'll be another update video coming after this.
Conclusion? Like, what do you mean, the baby's not here?
No, because like the whole video is about like where we're going and like what's happening. We still don't know.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So all my updates are like, we're gonna find out, and we don't know.
Yeah.
So to summarize, without giving anything away, there's 2 teams that are kind of interested.
3
teams. And 2 that we're specifically looking at are on either coast. So East Coast and West Coast. So that doesn't help at all whatsoever. And it's pretty much a 50-50. Mm-hmm. So
if that,
yeah.
maybe neither.
Yeah, maybe neither. But between those, it's like, we can't start heading towards the West Coast or heading towards the other team over here, because we don't like it's an equal chance everywhere. So I think in this whole video I was saying that we decided to box everything up, and I started packing my entire life and all the baby stuff and the whole house, and now we're
I was like, you sure you want to start packing up?
Because it was looking
you had a bee in your bonnet, and I was
looking
okay.
really promising about a contract like a week or two ago.
So now we've
And-
been opening up back all the boxes.
Yeah, so now we're opening, because now that I'm 37 weeks, we can't go anywhere. I thought that we were going to be moving and that we could move before the baby came, so I packed everything. And now that I'm 37 weeks, I can't fly. I can't go anywhere. So we're stuck. So now we're living out of boxes, and we don't know where we're going. We've kind of just taken out the essential baby stuff that we would need like for the first week or two. And we got that all ready. Everything else is in boxes. My mom's gonna fly out moment's notice if she comes early. If not, she'll fly out around the due date. And today, I got checked at the doctor, and I'm 60% effaced, 2 centimeters dilated. So we're getting somewhere. But it's December 29th, and we want her to be a 2023 baby. We don't want the end of the year.
No.
So I'm really trying to hold on. I can't do anything. No, but I mean, she could come late. Like the checks don't really mean anything, but it is kind of cool to see something happening. So that's where we're at. We don't know what's happening.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah, so things are good, but it's just typical, like, this is just off season as a footballer. Like, for most of the time, if you're not coming off a great season, it's just a lot of waiting, uncertainty. And luckily, we've gotten pretty used to it now because this is off season number 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So it's not too crazy.
It's
just
not
the
that
fact
bad.
of like you're just really excited and looking for the point where you have the baby in your new home with the nursery wherever it is.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be nice, but it's not that big of a deal. Babies just need a little bit of space.
Yeah.
They're good.
And I really like the doctors here and the hospital and everything. So it is comforting to know that this is where we're going. Oh, and an exciting update. We installed a car seat.
Yeah, we did.
And we have like a little camera monitor for the baby in the car, which is exciting. Figured that all out in case she comes, because she could come at any time now. 37 to 40 weeks is like go time. Yeah. Drove by the hospital today, so we know where the hospital is.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. Those are our updates. So I'll see you in the next video. We might know where we'll be living.
Probably not.
Probably not.